is the main event.
After nearly a year of rumors and questions, it was officially announced this week that Time Warner will sell WCW to Fusient Media Ventures, a company owned by Brian Badal and Steven Greenberg, with Eric Bischoff being put in charge as WCW president and head of creative. Coincidentally, or not, literally hours after the WCW sale was announced, it was also announced that the Time Warner AOL merger had been completed. Fusient Media Ventures is a company best known for starting up the Classic Sports Network, which was later sold to ESPN and became ESPN Classics. The actual sale is expected to take 30 to 60 days, and in the meantime, changes in WCW will be gradual. Time Warner will retain a minority interest in WCW in order to keep the television rights. Terms of the sale have not been revealed publicly, likely because the number is thought to be embarrassingly low.
Yeah, about all that.
Yeah. So, everything that guy just said is bullcrap.
Uncle Dave write it?
He did, but I it's easy to say, oh, well, you know, Uncle Dave didn't know what the hell he was talking about, which he didn't. However, in his defense,
why are you defending him?
Well, I guess not in his defense, but I don't know. I will say everybody was kind of reporting this at the time. It was thought to be a done deal. I mean, even Eric Bischoff said he thought it was a done deal. So it seemed safe to report on. It didn't seem like crap, you know? But obviously it didn't happen because of multiple reasons. And the main thing about it, why it didn't happen, is because, I mean, the Time Warner AOL merger. And they did not want any wrestling on their networks whatsoever. So they kicked off Nitro and Thunder. And after that, Fusient said, well, we don't get TV. We don't want the company. So screw it. And they backed out of the deal.
Kind of dirty.
Yeah. But
that's
either
big
way.
Business for you. And now here we are, by the way, in 2022, and there's wrestling on their networks, both of them.
Yeah, right. I don't know if they still is it the same company that still owns the networks?
I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know, but either way, and obviously things have changed.
Don't roast me for not knowing. I don't follow that.
Right. But a lot of things have changed in the past 21 years too. So there's that. I mean, all forms of media are completely different. I mean, now we got streaming platforms and everything else. I mean, Eric Bischoff talked about if media back then was like it is today, WCW would still be alive. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to argue that because, I mean, even
is it hard to argue that? I mean, they didn't fold because they didn't have anywhere to go. They folded because they sucked.
They fell. I mean, they could have came back, maybe not as strong as they once were, but they could have came back and survived. I mean, you and I talk about LOL TNA, and it's like, look how many they didn't have TV for the longest time, and they literally streamed on their website for a while. And then they came back, they had TV, they lost TV, they gained TV. So they could have still been alive. They could have, like I said, they could have done what WCW or TNA did. So, and like I said, the whole thing of it, Eric Bischoff literally said the only reason they didn't buy the company and they didn't go through with the deal was because they canceled all the TV shows. So they didn't have, and apparently nobody else would pick them up. And, you know, to your point, they sucked at the time and the ratings weren't good. But it's like, really? Nobody wanted this property? Not one single channel was like, yeah.
I don't find that hard to believe.
It's like, really, you can't look at like their success in the past, and wrestling was still a pretty hot commodity at the time. And it's like, nobody saw any potential in this whatsoever with Eric Bischoff back at the helm and a new company owning it and everything.
Not with WWE killing like they were.
Well, and they were talking about getting back big names like Hogan and Sting and Goldberg and stuff like that. So I don't know. I figured somebody would have seen
just
something.
More money on top of money.
It is, but they were bona fide stars. So I don't know. I figured somebody would have at least given them. It's like, yeah, we'll give you a chance. But I don't know. It kind of sucked. I don't like the fact they went down the way they did, but I'm not going to go as far as those idiots that are like, well, I wish WCW would have won the ratings war. It's like, do you though? Like, I don't think you're.
Bro, we saw Vince McMahon or Vince Russo on TV, bro.
Yeah, right. Crash TV, bro. T&A, bro. Nobody cares about wrestling. Fighting the pudding.
Holy crap!
Wish I was making that up. Bro, fighting pudding. Get naked, bro. Anyway, the short-term plan is to shut down WCW temporarily, probably for about 3 to 4 weeks, and then do a full relaunch. Bischoff has also made it clear that he's aware that they need to create new stars. He also said no more active talent will be working as bookers. He admitted that to spreading himself too thin in the past and being an on-screen performer and the backstage boss, and Bischoff apparently plans to stay off-screen this time. Many of the wrestlers' contracts are expected to be renegotiated when they come up. You don't say. So everybody should probably expect pay cuts soon. Bischoff is also interested in keeping WCW's relationship with New Japan Pro Wrestling and has spoken with Masa Saito about keeping it going.